Okay guys, excuse me today because I have a croaky voice, but I'm sure you can understand what I'm saying. Alright, so today we're doing exercise 4.3, which is unit ratios and scale factors. Now what happens sometimes is you'll get an example where they say the Empire State Building is 443 meters tall and the Sydney Tower is 305 meters tall. Okay, can we write we can write their ratio in the simplest form as that. You know how we would go 443.305. But does it really explain to us which one's bigger than the other? Doesn't really to me. Maybe the Empire State Building is taller, but how much taller is it? So what we're doing today is called unit ratio. Okay, now you've got to remember when we ask for a unit ratio, you've got to think of dividing. Okay, so just somewhere in your head, put a little division sign. And what you do is you take your two numbers. So say we've got 443 is to 305. And you divide them. You divide both the numbers by the second number. So if I put into my calculator 443 divided by the second number, which is 305, I get 1.45249. But the question will tell you how many decimal places. So this one says 2 decimal places. So this is my second decimal place. I look over here. Can he make him any bigger? No, he can't. So he dies. So my answer is 1.45. And then you know if I divide 305 by 305, I'm going to get 1. Okay, yep, I got 1 is to 1. And that's your answer. So you can see that the Empire State Building is nearly 1.5 times bigger than the Sydney Tower. So what you got to remember, and they call the unit ratio, it has a special name, and it is called the scale factor. Okay, I just want to check that out. Yeah, so it's called a scale factor, okay, is A divided by B. Okay, so always remember that the scale factor is A divided by B because here is your A and there is your B. Okay, so you divide that by 305 and you divide that by 305, but you can automatically call that a 1. So let's do another question just to give you an idea. If we had to say to you, okay, an elephant, all right, an elephant has the height of, where's the, no, that's not the right one I wanted to do. That's the next one, just excuse me on that. Okay, so if they say 34 is to 19, as a unit ratio. Remember I said as soon as you hear unit ratio, you know you've got to divide that number by this number and this number. So the second number has to be, this number has to be divided by it, and it has to be divided by it. So both the numbers are divided by the second number, okay? So you would go 34 divided by 19, oh not 18, let's do that again, 34 divided by 18, oh geez, I keep putting the wrong thing in, 34 divided by 19 is 1.789, so I look at it, if you could put it in your calculator and have a look, 1.789, the 9 makes the 8 bigger, so it's 1.79 is to 1, because you divide 19 by 19. So basically, you divide both the numbers by the second number if you asked for a unit ratio. Now, if you're not really good at rounding up, I would recommend that you go and do CU 4.6 again. Make sure you understand it because you're going to have to know how to round up in order to do this question, okay? So check on that one if you need to. Do question 1, and then we'll come back to the next video.